Is it going? I hit the button.
I hit the button, but it doesn't go. There it is. Welcome to Jake and Trev Review Everything Live.
I'm Trev.
And I'm Jake.
And if you're just joining us, here we are.
Here we are, week 18.
Week 18.
Porn and cigarettes.
Another big show. It's a big year for you, sport.
Yeah.
And you're a man now.
Here with me is Larry Bird. I'm Shaquille O'Neal.
It brings a tear to my eye
From the,
seeing you as such a big man now.
We're a super team, the El Paso Rodeos.
The El Paso Rodeos, the greatest NBL team ever to play in the Super Bowl.
We're gonna win all the Super Bowls and all the
Super Cups. Yeah,
all the Super Cups.
That's right.
It's gonna be a great season, folks.
Tone Man and Jamie Ganzel joining us late in the game. Thank you. Hey. Welcome to the show. Welcome all our previously welcome guests as well. We got a great show for you.
Got a wonderful show for you.
In fact, tonight is the return of two wildly popular segments. I know you guys love both of these segments.
We got let's start with this one. We'll start early on this one. I'm reaching down for something here. It's a box.
Whoa! Box.
But here's the question: what's in there?
What's
in the box?
In the box.
We're not going to give any hints. We're going to start the show. Maybe 10, 15 minutes, whatever we feel like.
Yeah.
We'll throw some hints at you. But right now,
if you want to take some stabs
you just gotta sit there and wonder, what's in there?
What's in the box? It's a much bigger box than last time. There's a lot of things that could be in there.
Oh, absolutely.
In fact, I mean, we've really opened things up here on Jake and Trev Review Everything.
Not the box, though.
But not the box.
Not the box.
We're not opening that up until much later in the show.
Way later.
Or somebody guesses what's inside the box.
And the prize will be, and we did this on our Kickstarter, and I'm sad that we never got to do it, but the prize will be, if you can guess what's in the box, you will win a sweet-ass nickname that you can tell all your friends, and they'll be like, that's a sweet nickname.
We'll give
I'm going to start calling you that, and then you can be like, Jake and Trev gave us that nickname.
We will give you the top quality super nickname. We will post it in our Facebook group so that everyone in the group will know that you are, and this is just the example, say your name is Steve. We'll call you Steve McLaserface, maybe.
That's an awesome nickname.
Just an example.
What's up, Laserface?
I love it. Right off the top. It'll be
That's
great.
the guy I want to know, Steve Laserface.
I want to know that
Steve
guy.
McLaserface.
I want to have a drink with that guy.
I'm gonna take a peek. I forgot. I didn't forget.
Is it still what you put in the box?
Yeah.
Okay, so
make sure Trev's not switching it out on me. I picked this.
This is the.
I picked this thing.
I'm gonna give you. I'll give you one hint.
No hints.
No,
yet.
It's.
Oh my God. Trev is like hint Santa Claus. Hints.
I care about you guys too much not to drop a few hints. Here's one.
My God.
It's not a transforming object that becomes one thing and then comes out as another thing in the box.
It's
the thing we put in the box will be the thing that comes out of the box.
Oh, that's a fair hint.
It's a fair hint.
That's the hint that keeps on never giving anything.
Todd Jake Silvis throws out a guess as Michael Swanson. Todd Jake Silvis, it's not the cat because then it'd be alive and dead.
No. Maddie's rolling around.
Maddie
here.
is free
outside of the box. She's not in the box.
If it becomes necessary, we will prove that Maddie is not in the box by bringing her here in front of the camera for you. Because if there's one thing the internet loves, and you guys
it's
are the internet,
cats.
It's cats.
It's fucking cats.
So there it is.
Yeah.
And a bag of paper clips.
No.
Where would I get a bag of paper clips from? What am I, an office supply guy?
Let's say, listen. Not me, but I know, like, I have a friend who needs to get a bag of paper clips. You know where I could get them?
Whoa. If you're a cop, you have to tell me.
No. I just, sometimes I like to party. I like to, Staples just don't do it for me, man. I want to be able to take the pages apart.
You want to take it with you, right?
Keep it down.
Okay. All right. We'll see if we can make that a reality for you.
All right. Good.
All right.
Good. Thanks.
All right. So what's the first topic for discussion tonight? And of course, as Jake's checking that out, guys, let me remind you, in case you somehow don't know the format yet, feel free to throw out a topic of discussion, throw out a question for us to answer. If it's worth talking about, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, absolutely. So, you want to tackle this straight head on, or
sure.
you want to do some? Let's do some questions.
Let's do a question first.
Let's do some questions. These are usually.
This is from show superfan Emily Nyman,
Emily.
big supporter of ours out on the West Coast. Hope she watches this. Emily, I won't be able to watch. Oh, shit, no. Oh, well,
That's
she says
alright
live.
because we record the show.
We record
and
the
just so you
show.
know, if you miss it, ask us questions beforehand. We'll answer them on air.
It'll be like a treat for you. It'll be a little treat later.
You know what? I didn't get to watch it live, but now it's on the YouTube, so I'll watch it there.
And then
or on
answer my
Ustream,
question.
apparently.
We're going to answer my question. And, and here's the other thing, just throw this out there. If you guys are, have your own project, because we got this project.
Yeah.
And we just
our project's the shit.
We're pretty bad. We promote it pretty much every chance we get.
Oh, yeah.
So if you are part of a project and a fan of the show, want to ask us a question as what you're trying to promote, so we can talk about it a little bit and give you some props. Yeah. You got to get them props,
as long
folks.
as it doesn't suck.
Again, there's some discretion on our part, but we want. You like props.
Don't bring the
We
suck.
like props.
But if you're already here watching it, you probably know what sucks and what doesn't.
So because
I don't envision anybody bringing the suck.
Well, Jake, I mean, we have the best looking audience on the internet, and I'd like anybody to prove me wrong.
All right.
Okay.
So first question is Emily asks, Emily Superfan, best Batman villain. I'll let Trev tackle this first.
Best Batman villain. Well, that's a real multifaceted question. Well, I mean, what makes a good...
What's off the top of your head? What is your favorite Batman villain?
My favorite... Oh, God. That is tough.
Because best is a matter of opinion, so what's your favorite Batman villain?
Oh, are you the guy who's interested in opinions this time? You get the badge this week? I'm glad I don't have to be sheriff on this issue. Okay. Best Batman villain, favorite Batman villain, probably the Riddler. I like the Riddler, and I don't like Frank Gorshin Riddler. I'm sorry, Frank Gorshin. I don't really like your Riddler. And Jim Carrey, you were just doing a Frank Gorshin Riddler. I don't really like it. I want Batman the Animated Series Riddler.
Oh yeah.
He's got to be kind of cool, kind of a little bit suave, intelligent. Knows he's smart. Knows he's the smartest guy in the room. That kind of thing. That kind of overconfidence and really matching Batman on the intellectual level, because that's the only way you can do it. You can't beat Batman with brute strength. They tried that.
Let us not forget the Joker from not only Arkham Asylum but Arkham City. Mm-hmm. Because that dude was industrious.
Mm-hmm.
He put a question mark
Everywhere. He's got a work ethic you will not believe.
It's crazy.
But no, I really like the Riddler. He's got a good shtick. He's
you almost said Joker.
I did.
You're that close to saying
almost.
Joker.
But I really like the Riddler. He's my pick. I'd say probably him.
Okay. Mine would probably have to be off the top of my head, and he's kind of like he's a trade-off villain, because you read enough comic books, some villains start in one comic, but they end up menacing another hero. Mm-hmm. I gotta go with Onomatopoeia.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Trev rolls his eyes, of course.
It's pretty indie, Jake.
He's an awesome... It's okay.
Indie.
It's not indie. I want to tell you right now, it's not indie.
Uh-huh.
All right? Onomatopoeia, his shtick is... And this is part of the reason I love him as a villain, because he only works in the comics. You couldn't put him in a movie. You couldn't put him in a cartoon. Mm-hmm. He only... Because when he speaks like the onomatopoeia, the noise text. Like bam and whiff and kerplode and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like that's how...
An onomatopoeia.
Right. Because that's
exactly what that means.
But his modus operandi is assassinating non-powered superheroes. So that's why he menaces Green Arrow. Green Arrow's not like irradiated or anything. Batman doesn't have any super strength or anything like that. So he tosses back and forth between them. Really, really interesting. Really multifaceted character. Sure. Actually, fun fact: created by Kevin Smith.
Oh, no
Kevin Smith created villain.
The Kevin Smith.
The Kevin Smith.
Wow.
It's the one you're thinking of.
I think it goes like I was trying to segue into a little bit here. What does it take to make a good Batman villain? Well, in my opinion, you really got to reflect. You have to reflect the Batman back at the Batman. The villain must be some facet of the Dark Knight which the Batman has to match himself against and prove to be the superior. In the Riddler's case, you have the detective aspect, the riddle solver, the question solving sort of aspect.
It's Detective Comics.
Right. So I mean, it's right there, and in that way, he really personifies that facet of who the Bat is. And in fact, all the best Batman villains are some angle on who is Batman reflected back on Batman.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And that leads to a
Two-Face.
Yeah.
Two facets. Two men.
Bruce Wayne,
two
Batman.
Men, two men, one. How did they balance out? Batman does it. Harvey can't.
Right. No,
anyway,
it's true.
Segueing.
There's another sexiest Catwoman, Eartha Kitt.
Ooh, she's sexy.
She's sexy. I mean, in the appropriate time period.
She's perfect.
Best incarnation of Batman. I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna call it for Trev here.
Mm-hmm.
Batman the animated series.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
Hands down.
The thing is, Kevin Conroy, voice actor of Batman, he got it just right. Because you hear three...
He's not like Bale Batman.
Right.
I'm Batman.
His greatest enemy is in throat cancer. His greatest enemy is the Joker.
I'm gonna get you after I'm done coughing.
But no, Kevin Conroy does it in such a way where, for Bruce Wayne, he kind of softens up his voice for everybody. Makes it a little easier on the ear. But when he's Batman, he does the opposite, and he drops it down a couple of octaves, And so that's the secret to the Batman Bruce Wayne thing. And then when you hear him talking in an interview, it's exactly halfway between the two. So it tells me that he basically just said, how am I going to do Batman and Bruce Wayne? And like I said,
absolutely.
Up and down. Absolutely. You got to go up and down.
Absolutely. Best Batsuit, I gotta say Kingdom Come. I know that's like an Elseworld, but I don't care. I really like that Batsuit.
I really like the Batman Avatar of Fear, the Yellow Lantern Batman suit.
Yeah, well, that's just a Yellow Lantern suit.
Well, it's a Yellow Lantern Batman suit.
Yeah, that's cool. It's cool.
It's
and he was
really
also,
cool.
I believe he was also a White Lantern.
Sure.
So,
but,
you have your pick.
How many heroic
I think he was also
characters?
a Green Lantern at some point.
Yeah. I mean, how many heroic characters could really easily fit into the Yellow Lantern Corps?
Yeah.
That's mostly villain territory.
Yeah, well, Batman operates on fear Yellow Lanterns. And
I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't make sense.
I get it makes... Yeah, no, it's a good fit.
Right.
Let's see. Also, best Hitman game. To be honest, I've only played a demo of, I want to say, the first or second games. They seem like good games, but it's not really... Never really been interested in it. I'm sure it's good.
I was really hoping you'd pull this one out for me, Jake, because I've not really played much of the Hitman games.
It reminds me of a stripped down version of either Metal Gear Solid or Splinter Cell, maybe a little bit of Manhunt in there too. I think actually the first game came out around the same time as Manhunt. I think.
I'm gonna answer the one with the spooky ghost.
Spooky ghost.
Yes, the one with the spooky ghost is probably the best.
All right, let's hit up the chat here really quick, and then we'll get on our topics. Here, why don't you do that? I'll pull this bad boy out again. All right, here we go. We're gonna hit up this box again. Yeah, Trevor is the Oprah of hints. You get a hint, and you get a hint. Everybody look under your seat. You'll get hints.
Okay, Michael Swanson wants to know, remakes of movies you like better than the original. Well, here's the thing. There are a lot of movies that are remakes in spirit or, technically. Jake, I'm going to give this to you in a second. Hand the mic over. You were talking about a real interesting path to how something became a movie. Like a movie that started out as something else here, and how technically that's like a remake of something else.
Yeah.
I was just watching a video here earlier. Leon Thomas, he has a show over at That Guy with the Glasses called Renegade Cut. He talks about a lot of fan theories about games and movies and so forth, particularly movies, I suppose. One thing he was suggesting is that the The Big Lebowski is a remake of old Humphrey Bogart picture that was also remade by Guy Mitchell back in the...
Part of the main impetus for the movie technically was a series of detective, like, crime noir novels.
Philip Marlowe.
Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, it's technically, a remake there. No, I'm going to go ahead and say The Thing, John Carpenter's The Thing from 1984, which is, or not, I think it was 84, but the 80s one was 83. It was technically, it's a remake of The Thing from Another World.
Yeah. H.P. Lovecraft.
No.
No?
Nope, incorrect.
Oh, I'm thinking of The Color from Outer Space.
That's right. No, it's
a
remake
that's
of
been remade to death, too.
Right. It's a remake of a classic, horror movie from back in the day, The Thing from Another World, and he's like this big, hulking man thing from another world. He's like trying to get people at this Antarctic base, and frankly, everything that was done and all the ideas that were brought forward in, John Carpenter's version, I think, were much better. Although I can see the merit of the first one, if that's the only thing you had to work with.
Yeah. I gotta say, just in recent memory, this isn't my end all, but Dredd.
Mm-hmm.
Judge Dredd. If as far as I've heard, because I haven't read a whole lot of the comic book, but 2000 AD was very popular in the UK in the mid to late 90s. While we had our explosion of different, like, Image Comics was big and stuff like that. They had 2000 AD, and that was a big thing. So Judge Dredd was part of that universe, and it was a very
dystopian sort of cyberpunky.
Yeah, but it was very well respected. It was very, a lot of people loved it, and then they took that. Because all the hero movies at the time were very campy, anyways.
Right.
I mean, we were already into. I think we were close to Batman and Robin. I think we just got done with Batman Forever. Mm-hmm. It was around that time, maybe even before Batman Forever. I know it was really campy though. It was really campy and goofy, and I had Rob Schneider. Enough said. Mm-hmm. So it didn't really do the Dredd character justice. And this recent one, it came out last year, really good, really good, extra good. Actually, there's been some similarities drawn between that and The Raid, which was a movie that came out around the same time, but apparently actually Dredd beat The Raid.
In terms of production?
So. Because a lot of people are like, well, this movie came out before, and it's like, that doesn't count. Because The Raid they produced in, 4 months.
Right.
Or something like that. It was a shotgun wedding for that particular movie.
A little nitty-gritty stuff.
So I'm going to give a hint here.
Uh-oh. Now Jake's the Santa Claus of hints. Here he comes.
I might even throw 2 out.
Whoa!
I know it's a little
You're gonna ruin the economy of these hints.
I'm gonna say that I'm not gonna shake.
You're flooding the market.
I'm not gonna shake this box because what's in here is important. So there's not gonna be any box shaking. That's one hint. And the other hint is you've probably seen it before.
It's a thing you have seen before.
There's a pretty, a 99% chance that you've seen this before.
Okay, great.
This exact thing.
Right. Miron38 says, for those who haven't heard, explain the White Lanterns.
In a brief moment, there obviously originally there was a Green Lantern, their Green Lantern Corps. There was Sinestro. He got the Yellow Lantern. He had it forged by the Cordians.
Right.
He was rolling around with that. I think he got a new one. Basically, at some point, the color spectrum split out, so it was the entire rainbow of colors, each one representing a different thing. So there's red was rage, orange was
avarice.
Yeah, greed. Yellow, obviously, still fear.
Green was will. Blue was hope.
Indigo was
love.
No,
I believe.
No. I think indigo was hope.
Oh no! Blue was hope. Indigo was compassion.
Oh yeah, because the atom was
and
violet was love.
Right. And
then that split off, and then a bunch of people died, and then they came back. They died and became Black Lanterns because the Black Lanterns were basically dead superheroes and villains.
Yeah, it turned out that Necron, who's the DC personification of death, had been basically allowing people to come back from the dead for years as part of a sort of seeding effort to allow him to recruit these people after they've come back as Black Lanterns in the future.
Batman was a Black Lantern. Necron,
basically at one point, almost everybody was a Black Lantern.
And then they came back to life as White Lanterns, basically.
Right. There was a big effort to combine the emotional spectrum light powers into a single lantern. The first White Lantern, actually, I believe, was Sinestro, if I recall correctly.
No, I think it was Aquaman.
No.
I think there was
it was like, well, the very first, like, when they were like, let's try to make this work and so forth, it was Sinestro, and I remember that because it was really, really shocking. It's like, really? Sinestro? And it didn't stay with the power and the entity of white energy didn't stay with him long. And then to save everybody who had become Black Lanterns, they had to make them all White Lanterns. And it was a big thing. Mm-hmm. It was a big thing.
Yeah. It's not a coffee cup in the box. That was a good guess. It's not a coffee cup. Let's see. We already did the colored lanterns. And speaking of like, what do you think about Oldboy and Akira? Yeah, Michael Swanson, Oldboy and Akira. How do we feel about that?
Well, here's the question. I guess it begs the question: is does something? Is it worth remaking everything just because it was made in another country and they didn't say everything in English?
I feel the same way about Let the Right One In.
Right.
That was a really good movie, and then they remade it the same movie. There wasn't anything special. We talk about Oldboy actually in our opener of season 2. Mm-hmm. We do take that apart a bit. If you haven't seen the opener of season 2 yet, blip.tv/J&TRE review everything. We do a trailer roundup, so we actually take a look at all the trailers that are coming up near the end of the year up through December.
Yeah, no, I mean, Oldboy is an extremely well crafted piece of film out of South Korea, and I just don't see how remaking it is going to provide anything really new.
Yeah. No, I mean, the thing that really bugs me is I think that part of the process, and I don't think this is the whole thing, but part of the process is how do we get people to watch this that don't want to read subtitles or that want to see a movie with people from their, general culture. There are a few cultural things that happen in foreign movies that we might not understand fully. Mm-hmm. We do have our own set of in-jokes as a nation, even just as Americans outside of like Canada and the UK and stuff. We have our own stuff. So I could see that a little bit, but for the most part, Oldboy was a really powerful movie that's pretty straight to the point. So I don't think that there's a whole lot of stuff that really needs to be changed. It might be good. Josh Brolin.
I mean, I'm going to give it a try. I mean, yeah, I like Josh Brolin. It's probably going to be okay, but again, it's just probably not going to be anything new. And if it is new, then they basically have to change the whole big crux of the show.
You're not even remaking it. You're just it's copy paste. And yeah, if you're just copy pasting it, then you're not bringing anything new to the table. But if you're changing something, then you're making an entirely different movie. So, in both cases, kind of suck.
And Akira,
how
would you remake Akira? Are you going to do it another anime? Are you going to try to do it live action? Because that'd be stupid.
If you're aware of this, there was an Akira script floating around the internet for a while. Apparently, it was kind of bad. Apparently, also, Keanu Reeves was attached. And it sounded like a steaming pile of shit. Everybody was upset about it. They canceled it. It pretty much went downhill from there. Although we also in our trailer review talk about 47 Ronin, and Keanu Reeves is looking pretty good in that trailer. So don't lose your hopes on Keanu Reeves just yet. But yeah, I don't know, Akira.
Taco King
was perfect.
No, my liege, it's not tacos.
Nope,
not tacos in the box. Phil Pearson, is it my hat? No, it's not. It's not Trev's hat. It's a good guess.
Is it my hat? Did we put my hat in the box?
It is not your hat. Your hat's on your head. You silly goof. Oh, what a silly goof. We were discussing. I'd like to share a quick story with you since we're talking. We mentioned the season opener. If you've seen the season opener, you know that I kind of do some running around a bit with a shovel.
He does.
We had to shoot the new opening for the new adventures of Jake and Trev in my segment, And we do not have anything what you could call like a closed set anywhere. When we went to go and film that, we went down to Presque Isle here in Marquette, Michigan. And first things first, we went to the playground on Presque Isle.
Oh, yeah. There's a little playground. If you're not from the area, Presque Isle, it's a tiny little island. People walk around it. There's deer in the middle of it because it's all forest. And yeah, right at the neck of the peninsula that it's on is like a playground area.
And there were some little kids who were playing on the playground, and I got myself up on the ladder, and I actually, because Jake didn't like how the thing was shot, or he fucked it up. I had to get up and down on that thing 3 times, and I kept glancing over, and these little kids were looking at me and giggling about it, and it's like, you know what, little kids, you can't judge me. I'm a grown-ass man, and I'm on this slide, and that's fine. There's not a thing wrong with this.
Oh, there was a comedian. Damn it, what was his name? There was a really good show on Comedy Central called Mashup. They did. If you've seen Drunk History, really awesome show, by the way. It's on Comedy Central right now. But they do storytelling, like they recall history while they're drunk, and then actors act out exactly what they're saying, like they lip sync what they're saying. It's very funny. Mashup was also a show on Comedy Central where they would do that, but instead of drunk historians, it was comedians doing their bits and stuff. And there was one comedian on there that had a bit about being a grown-ass man. Mm-hmm. Like, everybody wants to be young again. It sucked. Oh, I lost my hat. Oh, well, I'm an adult. I can buy 2 hats. Throw one of them away. Doesn't matter. I'm a grown-up.
That's right. It is not a dick in a box, Andrew Betts.
But I am flattered that you think that it would reach this far. Thank you. I appreciate it.
And yes, we're talking about the shovel with the Jake mask. Continuing story. So then we needed to get some shots out of the break wall for the fighting a Bobo segment.
If you didn't catch
Who's that guy you're fighting in the trailer in the season 1 thing?
It's the one, the only a Bobo.
A Bobo from Double Dragon. I was fighting a Bobo from Double Dragon. Anyway, so we're walking out there, and again, no closed set. So anybody who happens to be kind of walking around sees us shooting, sees us goofing around, and we're walking by, and I'm carrying this shovel, and I'm not even thinking about it. And behind me, I hear some girls who are sitting on the side of the break wall. That shovel has a face on it,
like they were just
kind of concerned to her friend about it, oh, scandalous.
What's going on there?
What's he doing with a face shovel?
Crazy people.
We want you to know that Jake and I go out and make fools of ourselves on a regular basis. For you.
Yeah.
That's what.
But it is not the Jake mask in a box. It is not a coffee maker because we just had coffee. We would have had to break it down, wipe it out.
What do you think we're gonna do?
What?
Jake, you gotta put the box down. It's making me nervous. You gotta put the box down. It's making me nervous.
Let me.
Are you gonna?
I might throw down another hint.
Whoa! Not another one. Not another one.
Now, Trev told us earlier. He gave us a hint that it is not. We're not changing the thing in the box, but the thing in the box did change from a previous configuration to what it is now.
Mm-hmm.
It was formerly one thing with one function, and now it is another thing with an entirely separate function.
It's true.
Mm-hmm. Wrap your brains around that, babies. All right.
No, the Jake mask is not in the box.
All right. Well, let's get to news. It's like half an hour in.
We haven't even touched the news. We got lots of news for you. I'm going to launch right in.
We want to do a lightning round here really quick?
We'll do a lightning round with the first couple here.
Okay.
We'll skip number 3 because that's kind of something we need to talk about in depth.
Yeah.
Okay. Movie news. This is Hollywoodland Cinemas Silver Screen Entertainment news.
Hold on. I'm trying to make a. Would you do like a? Maybe like a. Oh, here we go. I'm holding the camera. Okay, keep going.
Hollywoodland Silver Screen Review Movie Information News.
I just dropped the camera. So
it's a newsie.
I broke the camera.
Oh my god.
I'm terrible at pantomiming.
That camera costs more than most people at the studio make in a year. You fight.
I'm sorry, broke our.
Now there can be no talkies for the people to watch.
No, talking pictures.
Okay, so lightning round. Pirates 5, Pirates of the Caribbean 5, which was originally...
Did you even know it was going to be made into a movie? That's my first question. Did you even know there was a Pirates 5? It feels like they kind of wrapped it up there.
Yeah. Apparently it was originally released, or originally slated for a 2015 release. And now...
No, 2014.
No. I remember it better than how I wrote it down.
Trev wrote it down wrong. How am I supposed to know the info?
That's why I'm saying it, Jay.
Okay.
So Pirates 5 is delayed from a 2015 to a 2016 summer release, with Jeremy Bruckheimer saying it's due to script issues. When pressed on how script issues could delay it for a full another year when there's still that much time before it was supposed to even go into production, he answers and asks most specifically if it has to do with all the money that their production company lost on The Lone Ranger.
Oh, so much. We talked about this.
It's all a factor. We want a script that everyone signed off on and a budget that everyone signed off on. So it seems like maybe Disney's a little reluctant to get that team back out there trying it out.
Yeah.
The
audience seems to have cooled on The Lone Ranger. The secret is no one gave a shit about The Lone Ranger. They still want to see Johnny Depp as a pirate.
Yeah, people will still pay to see Johnny Depp as a pirate, I think, but Disney's got some cold feet. Money talks, and bullshit
Disney
walks.
Disney also made John Carter.
Yeah, I think they're getting tired of taking a bath at the fucking theater in general, so they're kind of...
Well, maybe they need to stop digging so far into the toy chest and pulling out fucking antiques. Speaking of movies, Werewolf Wednesday.
Oh, it's Werewolf Wednesday.
And what does that mean? It means Wolf Cop. Wolf Cop still in production. Wolf Cop, what is it? Wolfcop.com.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Go there. They're working on their movie. It looks fucking awesome. They're friends of the show.
Sure, I'm comfortable calling them our friends.
They're friends of the show.
They're pals of ours.
And they rock.
Mm-hmm.
And Werewolf Wednesday, hashtag Werewolf Wednesday on Twitter.
So
we're mainly friends on Twitter, somewhat on Facebook.
There's something on here telling me about a city of boners. You want to tell us what that's about, Jake? Was that just so I'd say the phrase city of boners on the... I'm like Ron Burgundy. I'll just read whatever's on the cue card.
No, City Bones, The Mortal Instruments. Obviously, it's a book series.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't,
I heard those are big.
Now you know.
Those are big in Hollywood, I hear.
Yeah, Hollywood's fine. They constantly, I have a big complaint about this. I won't go on a rant, but Hollywood picks up the first book of a series, makes it into a movie. If it does well, they make another series. Obviously Twilight.
Everyone's trying to get that Harry Potter money.
Gotta get that Harry Potter Twilight money. I think those are the big, the big draws.
Get them ducats.
And then recently we had, what was it called? The Beautiful People or some shit like that. Beautiful Creatures. I believe that was a book series as well. Mm-hmm. So, they're trying real hard. Apparently Mortal Instruments, City of Bones didn't do very well. They lost like $30 million so far. They are also drawing themselves a nice bath to take. Mm-hmm. But, so they're talking about not making a sequel either. And they're like, well, we might wait until the climate changes. Mm-hmm. The climate of this movie, which reviewed very poorly and no one seemed to care for. And they're not going to make a sequel.
No. In other movie news, actor Chris Cooper teases his role in The Amazing Spider-Man 2 will lead to bigger things in the third movie. For those of you who don't know, he's playing Norman Osborn in 2.
I don't know if you caught that.
You did a
jerk-off motion.
And then
with spiderweb.
Whip. Right. That's clever. I like that. But no, he's playing Norman Osborn in Amazing Spider-Man 2, and then he's like acting like that's some kind of fucking tease to tell us that that's going to lead to bigger things.
Everybody already knows Chris Cooper is
We get it, Chris.
We get
you're
you guys are going to love Spider-Man 3 because there's going to be a villain. You don't know who it is.
It's going to be really mysterious.
I mean,
good stuff.
I play a character called Norman Osborn, and he becomes a pretty big villain later on to Spider-Man. I don't know if you know, but keep those peepers peeled.
Let's check in a little bit here with what people think are in the box.
A cane mask, like wrestling cane.
No, it is not a Kane mask in the box.
That would be awesome.
I wish.
I wish that was in the box. It is not a dead cell phone. Although that's fair. That's fair. That's good reasoning. It used to be an operant cell phone. Now it is a not working cell phone.
Whoa! You're really giving it away.
No, that was a dead cell phone. Now a paperweight.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, now you're giving it away.
No,
I said it was a good guess because he guessed that, because the hint was it was one thing and now it's another thing, and he said, "Is it a dead cell phone? Now a paperweight?" That was his.
What you said is too close, Jake.
Well, to you, I just gave a hint, I guess, but the only person who caught it was Trev, and he was very offended.
I'm very offended. I am. It's true.
If anybody wonders while you're doing any films, just say art project. I feel like I would probably get tired of saying that after a while, and I'd just be like,
"We're crazy.
We're just making a ransom note, or something."
Video ransom note.
Video ransom note. I'll say it like that. I will sing that to the people. What are you guys filming?
They'll,
Video ransom note.
They'll understand.
They'll get it. Pirates had a script. Yeah.
And yes, there were more than two. All right, let's go back to the news.
Going back to the news here, folks.
Okay, so Jurassic
Park
World.
4. Jurassic Park 4, titled Jurassic World.
Now it's called Jurassic World, and it's due for a 2015 release. It's going to be directed and partially written by Colin Trevorrow. Trevor who?
Trevorrow.
Yeah, Colin Trevorrow. He did almost nothing. He's done the Safety Not Guaranteed movie. He was the director of that.
Which was weird because it was a movie based off of a meme. It was good though. It was a good movie.
It's a meme movie.
I enjoyed it.
Well, he's going to be...
It's nothing special, but it was a good movie.
There's no plot details about what it's going to be about, but the name seems to be suggestive.
Jurassic World. Originally it was a park. In, what was it, 2 or 3?
Then it was a part 2.
Because the T-Rex gets into, what was it, L.A.?
San Diego, of
course.
Also in the park of They Don't Know What They're Doing Anymore, Bret Easton Ellis is assisting with the adaptation of an American Psycho sequel that will be a TV series following a 50s-something Patrick Bateman as he takes another serial killer as his protege under his wing.
That's stupid.
That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
So fucking dumb.
American Psycho: The Next Generation.
No, this
Ensign Crusher. You have you ever listened to Huey Lewis in the News? No, Captain. Shut up, Wesley.
No, here's the thing. I went off on a rant, and I'll give you the mini version of this rant earlier. The problem is that we've already got Dexter, and that I believe they're on their last season right now.
We've already seen.
But he's the lovable serial killer, and part of the reason that he is because he's doing technically, moral ambiguity aside, he's doing good work. He's taking rid of bad guys. You know what I mean? That's the draw of the show. He's crazy and he's a killer, but he's directing that towards not people that...
Really, it's the only thing that makes the show work. If he was just a regular serial killer, people really wouldn't be that interested.
It would be kind of dark. Actually, yeah, it would be really bad. And that's kind of... American Psycho was more of a... it was more of a parody on the 80s. Mm-hmm. And that's really what you're supposed to draw from it. Not that he's a serial killer. That's not supposed to be It's supposed to be the predatory attitudes of people in the stock market and the business world of the 80s.
It just wouldn't work to see the continued story of that man.
You're missing the point.
50s.
If you thought American Psycho was just about a serial killer, you're missing the point entirely. And then to be he's going to teach somebody else how to serial kill. It's you're fucking, you lost it. You lost it. Just go, tip your hat, walk out of the room because you have no idea what you're doing. It's awful. It's awful. I'm gonna go for a couple seconds.
Okay, in Doctor Who news, Peter Davison, Colin Baker, and Sylvester McCoy have recently been seen protesting outside BBC headquarters. holding up signs with slogans like, "Have a heart, give classic doctors a part." And supposedly they're out there protesting because they're not in the 50th anniversary special.
That's interesting.
No. Okay, here's the thing.
It's probably a publicity.
One of two things are happening right now. Either this is like some kind of publicity thing, like you said, Kendrum thing. Yes, of course, if they're... Okay, first off, the fact that it's the 50th anniversary, it's the big year. It's the biggest year. How big of a year is it? It's so big that they haven't been producing other Doctor Who things. They shut down the whole, like, making stuff for a year, basically, to prepare for this. It's the biggest.
Right.
And if these three were on board, I'm sure they could think of something to give them a part in this, especially considering the Doctor currently is like in his own time stream or something. It's a weird like meta thing. Okay. So either this is a publicity stunt and a fairly transparent one or that, or number two, this is literally the saddest thing we've ever talked about on the show.
And then they're actually picketing.
And the BBC will literally not... They've got nothing for these classic Doctor Who's. And if that's the case, and the only recourse that they could think to take together these three classic Doctors is to protest outside the BBC, again, that is the saddest thing I've ever heard. Saddest thing we've ever talked about on the show.
Well, but here's
We've talked about sad things.
If that's true, I want to, and I'm sure Trev will be behind me 100% on this, but I want to extend invites to all of those old Doctors.
Mm-hmm.
We will produce a 50th anniversary Doctor Who episode.
The Jake and Trev review everything 50th anniversary.
We will not leave old actors or actresses out in the rain.
It is our goal and our promise that we will produce the best classic Doctor Who serial
that we are capable of.
And it will be called These Three Doctors.
Oh my god. It'll be great. If you guys seriously, if you're serious,
Colin Baker, Peter Davidson, Sylvester McCoy.
If you guys know him, if you can ring him up, give him a ring on the telly.
Give him a little telly ring, and let them know we won't. We'll let them go quietly into the night. There's more Doctor Who stories there. We'll tell them.
We'll write it. We'll produce it. We'll direct it.
It'll be amazing.
It'll be great.
You'll be happy.
All right. Oh man, we got
lots of stuff to go through here.
What is the status of Deadpool? I don't think they're making it. Sorry, that makes me sad. Why did you ask that question, Andrew Betts?
How about a dead Xbox or DVD player?
Although they did make the game. If you're holding out, let me say this about Deadpool. If you're holding out for a movie, probably not going to happen. Makes me sad too. But here's the deal: the game just came out, and it's not perfect. Totally worth it.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to see like a in motion Deadpool. And I believe they also have like some fan-made videos on YouTube that are pretty funny too. There's somebody that wears a costume, and then there's another one with action figures that's like directly from the Marvel office. Hilarious! Watch that shit.
Phyllis Peterson says, "What about a dead Xbox or DVD player? Is that what it is, Jake?"
No, it's not. But the fact that I had to think about it is a hint.
Yes.
They can always use old footage. Yeah.
Is there a riddle or something to solve in the box?
Is it something to Jenga? No, it is not a riddle or something to solve.
Okay. Is it a dead remote control, Jacob?
Actually, no. No. Mm-mm. Nope. That is not in the box.
Hold on. I'm going to take a look in the box and see what it is.
Oh, we got ourselves a box looker over here. Folks.
A little looky-loo over here.
All right. Well, while he's looking in the box, we got some more questions. Vanessa Coleman asks, do you think it's fair sci-fi and fantasy are classed together? No. Hell no. Science fiction is based off of science hearsay and things that happen in science. Fantasy is basically, there's a zombie, he's alive for some reason. Zombies, there we go. Science fiction and fantasy are different in this. In science fiction, there's a zombie. It's a person they're reanimated probably by a serum or a virus or some sort of nanobots or something like that. That's science fiction. If there's a zombie in fantasy world, they've been resurrected by magic or a mystery or a curse or an emerald or something crazy like that.
Mystic gems.
And see, sci-fi fantasy could be both. Like the original Night of the Living Dead has zombies that are reanimated by a mystic cloud that passes over the earth.
Mm-hmm.
That's sci-fi fantasy. But they're separate. That's the Venn diagram of
Yeah, but you
of
see,
zombies.
you see sites like Netflix and so forth always lumping them together.
Sci-fi and fantasy. Yes, if you like sci-fi, you'll probably like fantasy and vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
And not always the case, but there's a good chance. I think maybe that's why they're lumped together.
Do you ever plan on doing a music review?
We did. We did Daft Punk.
We did. We did.
But it was on the live show. I don't know if we'll ever...
There are expanded contents, and we will review things on this live show that we cannot effectively review in the regular show. And with music, it's just not... unless you take, like, images from their videos or whatever, it's just really not a visual medium, and that's kind of harder to review in the way that we like to do it. So anything is going to be kind of scraping the surface.
Did you say Todd in the Shadows? I was reading the thing.
No.
Oh, Todd in the Shadows, that guy with the glasses. He does music reviews. He knows way more than we do.
And yeah, he's actually like a music guy.
He's a music guy.
Really?
I make chiptunes. Mm-hmm. If you didn't know, most of the chiptunes.
Well, hold on. I thought you didn't make chiptunes, but your close personal friend DJ LT Gray Ultimo.
That's right.
Makes chiptunes.
LT Gray Ultimo makes chiptunes.
Jake, you're not the last tiger, are you?
No. See, but he's from an 8-bit dimension, so he needs my body to channel his energy.
Oh, okay. Oh,
let's just say that's canon.
So it's like a Captain Marvel Negaband thing?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, except for when I touch the Game Boys, it become LT Gray Ultimo.
Nice.
Let's see. Nolan North does do a phenomenal job as Deadpool. It's very true. It is not a dial telephone. It is not copies of Shaq Fu. I have a box copy at home, actually. Fun fact, Jake has a box copy of Shaq Fu for no reason. Mm-hmm. I still haven't beat that game. There's a cat lady that I can't get past. It's ridiculous. Deadpool wouldn't work as a movie. Are you trying to flame me, Cyrus McCarter?
I think he is.
You're getting me riled up here. It would work as a movie. Continuing. What do you think about reboot RoboCop having all black armor?
Well, we've been waiting to talk about RoboCop. The trailer...
Let's just get right into it.
The trailer came out here, you guys, and I'm going to assume you've seen it.
If you haven't seen it, go after the show. Wait for it, because, Actually, you know what? Let's pull up the trailer right now. We're going to pull up the trailer. We're going to do this. We did this. This is a segment. This is a segment that we've done before.
Watch a thing. So go to YouTube and type... So, yeah.
Go to YouTube. Go to YouTube.
I stopped the song so I can make sure you know. Go to YouTube.
Type in RoboCop 2013.
We're going to give you a second.
It's first trailer.
The very first one.
It's not a furry trailer. There's no RoboCop furries.
No.
That would be a really weird... All right, we're playing the video now. Well, hold on. We're going to pause it. We're going to start from the beginning.
We're going to give
you a
10
couple
seconds.
seconds. Well, because, it takes a minute for them to get it on.
Sure.
So
let us know. We'll let you know.
If whoever's... Just tell us, Pull it. Give us a thing that says that you got the trailer pulled up, and we'll watch this trailer here. While we're waiting for the first message, we can talk about some of the smaller things briefly, I think.
Hey guys, in Evil Robot News, just want to tell you about this. Did you know that right now, most of the trades that are done online in the stock market, most of the trades that are made in the stock market right now are done by bots. And the really interesting thing about these bots is that they can react faster than humans can, and so they can respond to conditions in the market faster than humans can. And so to compete with other people using bots, people who used to use humans have to use bots. So the only way to compete is to use bots. But here's the thing. The bots are now starting to make decisions and form new strategies that are unorthodox in stock trading. And what's worse is that they're creating market conditions with spikes and crashes. Okay? So what you have to understand... I almost dropped my cup. What you have to understand... That's how startled I am by this. What you have to understand is that robots control the stock market by making decisions on what to bet on.
Yeah.
Let that sink in for a second.
It's Skynet. It's Skynet.
I would know.
He knows. It's Skynet.
And we should stop talking about this.
All right.
Before they catch on to us.
Speaking of Skynet,
okay, here we go. We're watching this RoboCop trailer.
We're watching the RoboCop trailer. We're gonna
go ahead and press. You're gonna go ahead and press play now.
Well, no. Well, we gotta press play. Yeah. Okay. Never mind. I was trying to figure out the delay in my brain. Okay, we're playing.
Now press play. We're playing it now.
Sorry.
Wow.
Sorry. Okay. Oh, there's a drone.
Got some drones going by.
It's Detroit, obviously. When crime is out of control. Oh no, somebody got gunned down.
Detective Alex Murphy.
Oh, he's not Samuel Jackson! What are you doing here?
We need to give Americans a figure they can rally behind.
Batman, what are you doing here?
Hi, baby. Too slow, boy.
That was a dick move to his kid. You don't get to push your mom now.
That was pretty funny. Oh, a car bomb! What happened to getting killed by Red?
No, it's now blown up by a bomb.
Gary Oldman, what are you doing here? You can't be Commissioner Gordon and RoboCop's scientist guy.
I'm sure he can. He's Gary fucking Oldman.
See, here's the first problem I have. He's cognizant.
Well, we gotta talk about this
I
afterwards.
know, but he is aware he's RoboCop.
He's asking questions. He's upset by it.
Oh, they showed a brief clip of the old costume there, if you didn't notice. Oh,
More
and now
tactical.
he's black.
Now he's black.
They wave it off in the trailer because I'm sure that's a big fan thing. I do like the technical HUD. The tactical HUD. I like it.
Again, the
He's
red
got his own
tinted vision.
robocycle. Awesome. I like the original RoboCar though.
Yeah.
I don't know why he needs a robocycle.
I like the original everything.
Well, yeah.
See, and in that movie, the original, his wife kind of just accepted that her husband was dead and moved on, and now here she's interfering in this shit.
Jackie Earle Haley, what are you doing here?
Gonna be a baddie. Maybe he's the Red Foreman of this one. That'd be cool, hey?
That would be kind of cool.
Human element will always be present. Compassion, fear, instinct. They will always interfere with the system.
And 209.
You're coming with me.
I don't know why they had.
It's classic. It's the classic line. It's the classic
But
line.
everything else in that trailer has. Ooh.
Alright.
I don't know.
Alright, what do you guys think? As for me, it's just a whole big pile of meh.
Well, you're changing. Okay, let's run down the list really quick without staying too long on any one topic. 1, Reagan era RoboCop.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It was Reagan era. There was a lot of a lot of the movies were like that, where you had like a lawless city and then a corporation comes in, because that was the pastiche of what was going on at the time. That was the reason to have RoboCop. And I mean, arguably, Detroit isn't exactly doing the best that it can be right now. But I mean, we're there are certain elements. The fact that he gets turned into RoboCop, but he's still aware that he's a man, kind of bugs me a lot, because that you basically just changed the character there. That's like somebody mentioned Dracula. That's like in a Dracula movie being like, oh, he can walk in the daylight now.
It's just a little change.
It's a big change.
What? You think so?
It's not this is not a Vanilla Ice change.
No.
This is a big change.
That's a big change. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not very impressed. I'm gonna go see it. In fact, if I had an internet review show, I might be tempted to do like a side-by-side comparison of the old RoboCop and the new RoboCop.
Like when the new RoboCop comes out?
Yeah, I wonder if...
I would love to do that,
too.
If
we had fans that would be interested in something like that.
If we had fans that were interested in doing a side-by-side comparison when RoboCop comes out about the original and the new one.
Maybe I could see doing it. I don't know.
Maybe,
Phil Peterson, no, it's not a record album
right,
or DVD case. We're running out of time.
We got like 7 minutes left, so I'm going to give you a big hint. This is the biggest hint so far. I'm going to say... I'll give it another 2 minutes. And then I'll give the big hint. If you can't get it before the big hint, then I don't know. Well, no, I won't be a dick about it. It is something from an episode or more, one or more episodes of Jake and Trev Review Everything.
It's something we've used on our show.
Something we've used on the show.
Poetically is not new hardware, It's at least as old as several episodes in now.
Yeah.
And it was not delayed by a derailed train, but that's a good reference to actual happenings.
That's true.
Behind the scenes story, I don't know if I ever told you guys. We'll assume I haven't and tell it real quick. We'll give you guys a chance to process.
Oh, person of the week. You had a person of the week.
Person of the week?
Yeah.
Yes. I had a person of the week, but you didn't get to do your person of the week last week.
Last week I didn't get to do it. It was Vanessa.
Last week, our person of the week was Vanessa Coleman. She did a voice for us in the last episode of Trev Review Everything.
Stepped it up. It was pretty hilarious. She's the secretary in the last episode. If you haven't seen it, you should watch it, obviously. But yeah. Person of the week this week, did you have some?
I had a guy.
Who's the guy?
I had a guy, and I don't remember anymore. I didn't think I had...
Person of the week, Trev's guy who he couldn't remember. We'll figure it out later.
Alex Murphy. My man of the week is Alex Murphy because he showed us that what's more important was the heart of the man that he had inside.
Yeah.
He taught us to believe in ourselves again and believe in Detroit. So there's that. That's who it is this week. Tone Man says he'd buy a side-by-side comparison.
I'd buy that for $1.
We would too, sir.
Yeah.
We would also. Social commentary, satire, hyperviolence. The movie lacks those things. Plus Michael Keaton, Sam J. Yeah.
It is a weird... Oh, okay.
It's kind of odd cast. It's a odd cast, Cyrus McCarter. I'll give you this.
Who's the head of OCP in the first RoboCop? Was it anybody?
The head of OCP was some doddering old man. I don't know.
That's right. And but the guy who was coming up in the world was the guy from Crossing Jordan, right? Damn it, what's his name? Or was that
Miguel Ferrer?
Miguel Ferrer.
Well, he was the up-and-comer. He's the one who did the RoboCop program, and then his boss was the one who was really in the problem, like the one who had the criminal links, Dick Jones.
Yeah. It's true.
Remember, he RoboCop arresting Red Foreman. I work for Dick Jones! Dick Jones! Guys, I want you to know if I'm ever being arrested and dragged out of a place, I'm going to just start screaming that. I work for Dick Jones!
For Dick Jones!
Dick Jones! And see if it saves me. Who knows?
Andrew Betts says, Jake, has it been brought to your attention that you bear a striking resemblance to Les Claypool? You mean the guy from, oh my god, I'm having like the worst brain fart right now.
Primus.
That's terrible. Yeah, Primus.
It's Primus.
I was just it was Primus. I know this! It was just my brain was like, I'm not surrendering that information to you at this time. Try me again later. I hate that shit.
That's a great, okay, so we got a great guess from Sherry Glasscock Morrison. Is it the microphone that normally sits on the review desk?
Well, it is not.
That's a great guess because you can't see it. It's actually
There's
right
a microphone right there.
We've set it up so you don't have to look at this ugly robot penis when you're looking at us do our reviewing anymore.
Let's not split hairs.
It's out of shot now, and that's for you as much as it is for us. Okay, Jake. I think the time's come for we need the last big thing, and then at 59 minutes we'll pull it out.
Okay. It is a device that Jake and Trev have not interacted with in their universe or timeline. It is not peanut butter. Good guess though. Good guess. It's a device.
What is a peanut butter disaster, Jake?
Peanut butter disaster is when you make a toasted peanut butter sandwich. I don't know if you guys have ever done this. Probably. It's like the easiest thing to make.
If you hadn't thought to do this at some point, I don't know how dedicated you are to peanut butter.
I feel good that I'm giving this gift of delicious food to you. If you like peanut butter, you take 2 pieces of bread, toast them in your toaster to whatever, toast
setting you prefer.
Setting you want. Put some peanut butter on it, eat it. Toasted peanut butter sandwich.
But the problem is, it's all hot, and the peanut butter gets all goopy.
Yeah, it gets goopy. It melts.
And it's just it's dripping out of your sandwich.
So it just gets over everything.
It's a peanut butter disaster.
It's a peanut butter disaster.
So if you want to enjoy an actual peanut butter disaster yourself, that's how you do it.
2 pieces of toast, Peanut butter.
That's right. Okay. So, I think it's time. We're there now.
All right.
We're going to reveal what's in the box. Are you ready, guys?
Hold on. Here, you grab.
What's in the box?
You grab the box and put it up there because the table's not high enough for the camera. Flip it over. Yeah. There we go.
What's in the box?
It is the Pander.
It's a Pander.
It's the Pander.
Now, fans of the show, you'll recognize this as the device we debuted in the Season 1 epilogue. And we named it in that episode. We kind of told you what it is. I'm really proud of it. We designed this as kind
I'm pretty proud of it too.
Well, I didn't want to speak for you. But I designed the idea of the Panders because props are sweet.
Oh yeah.
Props are sweet. So
And when we were saying earlier, Trevor had also designed for our Kickstarter the bomb that we made, the fake bomb that we had.
Yeah.
It was actually, this is all repurposed parts from that.
From the bomb that appeared in the. Did we ever even put that up on YouTube or anything?
Yeah.
Yeah. We put that. We put the full length version on YouTube.
No. We never. Actually, that's a really good point. We never did the whole.
So actually, we're going
one.
to show you here very soon. We're going to probably put it up tonight or tomorrow.
But the thing was in the Tex Rockwell thing, which was in part of the.
That's right. In any case.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this was originally parts from the bomb. In the Tex Rockwell piece for the Kickstarter, and it was.
Did that come off?
Yes, it did, and it was before that. It was largely spare computer parts I had laying around, and also parts from a Blu-ray player I had that died. I'm gonna bring this up a little closer for everyone to take a look at, and also parts from an old cell phone I had that was no longer functioning.
I would like to say that I arranged these pieces in a very interesting looking way. We really we grabbed some other pieces. It wasn't all from the other video, but yeah, look at that screen. It's just kind of like floating there.
So this is essentially the Pander unit
Pander
in total.
Unit. The evil J&TRE Pander unit.
And what does Pander stand for, Jake?
Pan-dimensional eidetic rasterizer.
That only sort of that's some jargony sounding words that only sort of make sense. But yeah, it's the device that in the fictional universe of our show that you would use to communicate with another dimension or to watch what's happening in another dimension.
Yep, use that.
And this actually, specifically, is Evil Jake and Trev's Pander.
Yeah, it's theirs.
The use of a Pander, the practice of using a Pander.
Pandering.
It's called pandering. So whenever you're using a Pander, you're pandering.
Oh, absolutely.
And so this is Evil Jake and Trev's. Jake and Trev don't have one. Jake and Trev don't have one. Other people might have their own. Maybe someday Jake and Trev will get their own also. We'll see. We'll see when we get there.
But that's pretty much it for the recorded show. We're going to stick around for a little bit at least. Mm-hmm. Have a couple cigarettes, talk to you guys a little longer. But for the recorded portion, and if you're watching this on YouTube, we're always up 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Ustream, check it out. Jake and Trev Review Everything Live. For Jake and Trev Review Everything Live. For Jake and Trev Review Everything Live. I'm Jake.
And I'm Trev.
And thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching, you guys.